Hi, I wanted to do this video for a while. This is another video on how to get money into your life. Contrary to whatever you hear on the news, people are struggling. And something I heard on the news was the truth. They said that if you needed $400 for an emergency, would you have it? And they said that over 50% of Americans, even in the middle class, living in those cul-de-sacs in the suburbs, don't have an extra $400 to their name. So here's a ritual that I got uh, from a reading, and I say I got it from a reading because I was helping a client uh, on this service get some money, and since then I've noticed the same thing. And I got it from the readings, and I got it from the I Ching readings, um, which uh, is spelled this way. Okay, it's Izhung in Beijing, I Ching in some places that want to pronounce it American, but anyway, it answers all questions. So her reading about how can I get $50,000 a year, which is survival in the United States of America, was 46 for people who are learning to read the I Ching and do I Ching readings on their own, which I encourage and I teach. 46, which was pushing upward into 39, obstruction. And so when I see a reading to try to communicate it to a client, I have to interpret it based on what I know, what they can understand. So pushing upward is the picture is a stairway to heaven. So that indicates a couple of things. One step at a time, right? Because she kind of wanted to bound the entire stairwell, just get to heaven, get that 50,000, cha-ching. But it's one step at a time, and it's a stairway to heaven, okay? Going up, not going down, so there's going to be a lot more effort, right? It's harder to go up than there is to go down. And then obstruction on the other side says, what's your problem? You have an obstruction. So obstruction, 39th hexagram in the I Ching, is, like you come down, the picture is you're coming down a highway, and then there's a boulder in front of you. Can't get around it. On one side is a cliff to your death, and on the other side is a cliff you cannot climb. Okay, so how I interpreted her obstruction was when I was trying to get, uh, a reasonable number, because when you do work with the spirits, it's got to be reasonable, Otherwise, we'd all be doing the lottery. And this came to mind. This is very positive. Uh, to remove any obstructions for the electronic work that I do. But she wrote 50,000 this way. Let me show you. When we got there, before she wanted 50,000 a month, and I said, well, that's not how much you need. That's how much you and your creditors and your bills need. But she wrote it this way. Okay, so she's still on the million kick, but she put that comma there after the second zero. That's not a real number. Okay, so the spirits cannot answer that question. They can't. That's not real. So I had her get that right. So here you are. You need money, but you can't even come up with something you can focus on. So I had to calm her down and get her into a realistic number just for her, because this ritual is for your individual. It's not for your creditors. It's not for your mortgage. It's for you as a person. Now, if you choose to pay your mortgage and your creditors, that's fine. But when you come and do this ritual about how to bring money into your life, it has to be a reasonable number, okay? And like 4,000 a month is a good place to start, okay? $100 a week is not a good place to start. Okay, so you have to have balance when you're working with the universe. Okay, so let's get into the ritual. So now you got that done. Then a lot of us, when we do rituals, rituals work through visual. So and one of my favorite places, and our leaders' favorite places, and my teachers' favorite places is the dollar store. Okay, the dollar store. Okay, so I told her to get one of those big white boards from the dollar store and cut it up into 10 pieces. So, and it's a dollar. It's a dollar board, okay? And you get a ruler and you put a line down the middle with a pencil so you can make a mistake, and then cordon off five. So you have a total of 10 slots. And on each one of those slots, you put and I'm going to go with everybody, just go with 50,000, okay? Make sure you get 50,000 out of the ritual just for you. Because once you get the 50,000, then you go ahead and go on. You can contact me for a reading. I mean, if you have any trouble with this, or before or after. So you write $50,000 10 times on a white board. White for purity, 10 for transformation, change. 9 is completion, but you want to change. Okay, and so if you're watching this video, you've passed 9 completion and you're into 10 a transformation. That would be a completely different space. And the first step is to write $50,000 10 times and then place it strategically in your life. And we talk about the bed post and headboard, course on your refrigerator, walls in your house. My favorite is in the back of your car, right? In and out of your car every day, several times. 50,000, 50,000, 50,000, $50,000. Okay. Um, um, and any other place that you frequent, but at least have one in every room. Inside of your door, when you shut your door, when you come in your house, the door as you walk out your house, if you have several doors, each and every entrance and exit for opening the way. Okay, so why do we do that as a first step? Because we're very distracted. Okay, you got all kind of social media, telephones, appointments. People can't remember anything. So you have to have it in several places. First step. Okay, and secure it with tape where it won't fall down. That's another obstruction, because people who don't have any money, they just want to worry. Worry is a waste of time and energy and very negative and shows a lack of faith. Okay, so there's no need to worry about anything. You just focusing 50,000. Okay, how come you're doing this? Because every time you see it, you need to take action. Well, you say, I can't take action if it's on my bedpost, on my wall, on the refrigerator, bathroom mirror, bathroom wall, out the door. That's 5 times. I haven't even got anywhere yet. Yes, you can. Okay? Because you have to get yourself in a state of mind where that's what you're thinking about all the time. You have no time to worry. Okay? Let me give you an example. You get up in the morning and you think, I made a list. And making a list, folks, is not doing anything. Okay? That's just one thing you can do. But if you make a list and you want to see how you can get 50,000 into your life, in this year, like from the day you start to 1 year, okay, that's another thing. You got to have a limit and a framework. You have to make a list, and that's possibly good for no more than the first 3 days. And you'll find that you got 5 pages of stuff you really need to do to get to 50,000 in your life. Okay, so 3 days, that's it. 3. Okay, we work in threes in the I Ching. Okay, 3 days to figure out your goal, 1 day to see if you're satisfied with it. Always things that you can do, and 3 days to implement it. Okay, so you make your list in 3 days, and you 4th day you tighten it up, and by 7 days you should have taken some action. So you want 50,000. First thing is you're going to realize you're not going to get it from a job, just over broke, J-O-B. You're going to have to come up with who you are and what you can do. Everybody's got something they can do. Even if it's cooking, makes a lot of money. Okay, so that's always something that works for folks. Okay, uh, for women, I could say. You know, of course, I do readings. I mean, there's so many ways I can expand my business, and you know, but there's anything, you know, writing, anything, whatever you have to do. Do you need a new computer? Do you need a scanner? Do you need a second car? You know, do you need cash? Do you need another account? Do you need an investment? Do you need new clothes? Do you need new people? You know, what do you need? Okay, because most people are just worried. They just need the money to fall out the sky on my head so I can count it and arrange it and spend it. You know, no, no, no. See? But the spirits will open the way for you. Now, when I was doing this and I had a list, you know, there was the second thing on my list, and I'm looking at the all my because I do all rituals myself before, uh, you know, I put them out to a client. So I said, you know, it was the second thing on my list I really wanted. And you know, the spirits gave me number 10, number 9, number 8, number 7. Well, how did I get them? Because most people say, well, I can't move forward until I get number 2. Well, it's because I was open. I had all these signs all around me. And, you know, but since I had the 4 or 5 pages of things that I had to adjust, which I could clearly see why I didn't have $50,000, you know, it's clear, you know, so it took away the worry because I could see that it was me. Okay. So it could be done. So, as I went about my day, you know, I could say the way started opening, but it really didn't. But because I was organized and focused and had faith, you know, the spirits opened up my eyes. And when I saw number 10, I grabbed it. When I saw number 8, I asked for it. When I saw number 7, I got it. And my whole life transformed. My energy was so positive. Okay, so I'm telling you, that's how you work the ritual. You have to take action. You have to call somebody, talk to somebody, see people, demand, ask, negotiate. You know, that's the action. Okay, you when you get the scanner. I mean, I gotta tell you the story of the scanner. I needed the scanner, and my friend, I was saying I need this money. I need what is it? What 150 for the scanner? Come to find out, he had a scanner, and you know, after we came home, and he said, "Can I help you bring your groceries into your house?" And I said, "Okay, sure, that'll work." And he pulled a scanner out of his car that he didn't want anymore. So, you know, that's how this ritual works 100,000 times. You have to get something done every single day. And then you have to do it in the way of the Tao, what we call, you know, because my readings, I do Osho Zen Tarot, you know, and you do Mother Peace, which is a shaman. Osho Zen is Zen Buddhism Tarot. So you have to do it nicely. You have to be calm. You have to be pleasant. Um, you have to be you know, Tao, you know, peaceful, um, smooth, quiet. You know, you have to slow down, you know, and these signs keep you focused from the myriad of negativity. When somebody's negative to you, takes the edge off. It's like, does that really help me with my goal? Okay. So, and every day you're making progress. Maybe the spirits say, well, we can give you based on your space, um, you know, number 30 and number 31 today. And maybe it's 2 months before you get to number 1. So that's another thing that explain to you how come you don't have this money. Then when you do start bringing in 50,000, you've already planned how to use it. And then ways keep opening up and you become a different person and you transform. Okay? So it's a ritual. A ritual is something that we do repeatedly. Okay? And not a day should go by when you don't make a phone call, put in an ad. The way opens up for you, I'm telling you, when you've decided how to do it. And I would suggest, though, you get a reading so that, you know, one, going back to astrology readings, the day you were born, for every day that you were born, we can give you, or I can give you 10 or 15 types of jobs that you have. Now, for my 50,000, you know, on my birth date, I can do several things, and I'm incorporating them all. It gave me the freedom. Nothing is dependent on one thing. Okay, so I'm doing 5 or 6 things that I really love that maybe I wouldn't have gotten to. And they say on your deathbed, how many dreams will you leave unfulfilled? And we are needed. The people have never been so crushed for a lack of means. And sometimes you have to deal in alternative currencies, not just cash. If you want $50,000 cash a year, then you might need to make adjustments to give other people currency, like your time, your mentoring, your coaching, and in return, another thing that helped me with this ritual was reciprocity. I know that I'm going for 50,000. That's my secret. I wouldn't really tell people about this because then you protect yourself. But, I was able to ask for things that were on my list of necessities just by reaching out and helping other people with the things and talent I knew that I have, you know. So they were willing to do things for me to help me get what I needed. And you might want to do meditation as well. That's your reading. I mean, where are you now to where you can get to the dollar store, basically? And then you need, and I believe in follow-up readings, just like a doctor. Doctor gives you medicine. How is that working? And, you still having headaches? Are you able to move? How are you feeling? You know, so with follow-up readings, you're investing in yourself. You're not going to get $50,000, folks, on free questions. Can I ask a question? Can I have a message? Can I have a card? I mean, seriously? I mean, you want a card? Google tarot cards. There are over 200 decks out there. You want a card? No, you're trying to steal a reading. So if you going through this process and you want help from the universe, it requires on your list not lying, even if that means being silent, okay? Or meditating more, not being afraid to be alone with yourself. You cannot be afraid to be alone with yourself. And I also teach breath and meditation if you're going to make $50,000, because you're not going to make it. A lot of people, like I said, they want to go into the store and have the store just fill up their cart with whatever they need. Can't be bothered to pay for it. They want the cart. They don't want to pay for it. Or if they pay for it, they want it paid for by somebody else. Then they want the cart to go to their car and unload in. Then they want to jump in their car, have their car drive them home, and have the food miraculously come out the cart and place itself all over their house. Does not work that way, which is why so many people are poor. There's so much of an abundance of cash and materials and people. But another thing that people fear is a lack of faith. Uh, FEAR, fix everything and recover. Uh, People are afraid to give up the friends they have, the negativity, the anger, the anxiety. So you have to live in truth and love, okay? And you have to get a relationship with your guardian angels who will take care of you. I guarantee it. You put this 10 transformation around, and you can look around, and even with the help, another reason for a reading, to see what you might have missed today, or how you should be moving along, because I can show you how to do this ritual. But it's really like a mind cleanse, like a mind bath, a mind therapy. Everything comes from the mind. If you're in a proper frame of mind, a positive frame of mind, strong mental clarity, the body will not get depressed. I mean, you might need some incenses that we have, or lotions, or stones, like this stone here, works with my mind. So, so I'm here to help you along the way. But first, put up your signs, have a reasonable number, and I will help you with that. Okay? As always, a portion of my readings go to help domestic violence. Please contribute, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. No excuse not to be able to make your sacrifice to the spirits and thanking them for our help and our health and our wealth. And there are many forms of currency. Thank you.